Hello everybody, this is Chris's Sports and Homebrew Sports and Video Games. Everybody's having a great day today. Today is NBA preliminary game 5 between the Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics. Oops, I need to check and make sure my settings are okay. That looks good. Anyway, between the Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics at the TD Garden. And we will be the Boston Celtics to start out with.
On NBA 2K TV. The NBA 2K League is back. Scott Cole joins us to break down the season.
What we will do is I will record the first half of this game.
And we're headed to my team.
And then I'm going to have some dinner, and then I'm going to finish my shift. And then I'll come home and finish the game after that.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Denver Nuggets. On with Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, Emmy-nominated writer-producer Bill Simmons. Again, you're in the seat, and again, we're so lucky to have you.
I can't believe Brett Berry's here. How'd you get him?
And told him that you were going to come and
go
on sushi. And told him you were going to join.
Wow. Four of the greats. I'm so delighted to be here.
It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And I think for Denver, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
Great point, GA. I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. As Ron James said, he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else.
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And Bill, of the championships you've watched the Celtics win, do you have a favorite?
I do, actually. 1984, came back against the Lakers in the Kevin McHale clothesline game. Brought them back to the Garden for Game 5. It was so hot, Kareem had to wear the oxygen mask. And then finished them off in Game 7.
Rambis was the recipient of that clothesline.
He was.
Yes.
He deserved it. It's not like he didn't deserve it. But the Celtics were just tougher that year. And I try to forget that the next year they came back and beat the Celtics.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Milton. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Here's Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Great focus from Murray. Really sticking it to the D right there with the tough and one.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Good, Murray.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up to the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. Barton against Brown. It's Barton with the drive. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And that's the explosive speed once again from Barton. Blew past the D on the drive to the rim.
Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas, and the shot goes in.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Here is Hayward, following the score by Jamal Murray. Hayward gets to Brown. In the corner, Tatum with it. That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden
Summer
it's
league,
August. Summer league's happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle. It's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Here's Barton, following the bucket by the Celtics. Over Hayward. Again, the Nuggets score.
Barton continues to work on that jump shot and is now a viable threat to score from there.
Down low. Harris is there. And here's Tatum for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes. And just in basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they would kick away in the finals. And, you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you did too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Matthew Johnson is a rookie and starting at center,
Yeah.
Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
It was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me. It's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They
care about it.
They care about it, and they have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anymore. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with me,
right.
with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online, and this is what they're doing all day.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he loose on that.
Harris passes to Millsap. Tries again, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Millsap's got 6 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Hayward gets it to go. And Gordon Hayward, obviously a tremendous performer. Bill, where do you rank him against other wings in the NBA now?
Probably one of the best all-around wings, I would say. And I think it's pretty easy to forget that there's a reason the Celtics are paying this guy almost $30 million a year. He's one of the top 15 players in the league. He was a borderline franchise player on a top 8 playoff team. And he's just really good. And he's efficient. So when you talk about a team like the Celtics where, you know, you got to share the ball, Tatum needs more shots, everybody's going to have a little. He's the perfect guy to have because he's happy going in for 15.
And here's Hayward after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Harris. 6 points for Jokic.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference and points in the paint between the two teams.
Millsap with the steal. It's Martin on the wing. Now the pass to Murray. To shoot. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Tatum climbs in and slammed up by Tatum.
You gotta close off the lane to the basket. Tatum is just so good at creating angles to attack.
Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Tice. Good defense by Jokic. And here is Murray. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Changes in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Denver, Michael Porter comes in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Harris.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16-seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel though. And they've looked at it, and they've really studied it, and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1, and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff, and it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West. Which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, they know.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences. And I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And so, Smart nails both of them.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Now, here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Count that bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Celtics trail by 12. On the wing run. by Porter. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Cantor. A shot that time, not on target. Good defense by Jokic. 13 feet away. That shot misses. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
No doubt, that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Smart finds Brown. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Brown's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston. To the paint, here's Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in the foul line.
And Jason Tate, his rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went up a lot in the playoffs. And then the second year, just for whatever reason, his compass was off track.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant, some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple of years they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times last year, which is crazy. That's not even one free throw attempt a quarter. So he should be in that 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. I hope you're listening to this.
He is. He's playing.
He's playing
yes,
me right
playing,
now.
Yes,
I hope,
playing.
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Here's Morris following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
A moment now to see the numbers for Tatum. Averaging 23 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
And we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Brown against Porter. Back to Morris. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Down by 12.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rand.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here is Morris. A shot from the low post is good. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive, so they
Physically,
get
yes.
the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Robert Williams is jacked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Plumlee.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Williams kicks to Williams. Over Plumlee. Williams shot is off. Denver leading by 15. Morris passes to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Now, here is Morris. Marcus Marcus in that last shot. No good from Grant. Smart goes in. It's blocked.
They're getting cold in here, Kevin. This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Grant. And that one drops. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients.
Alright guys, I'll be right back. course, I like mine juicy, so. Juicy. Okay, guys. I'm back. Had to go start the grill. Got some leftover steaks that I didn't cook for Mother's Day. I'm going to have a steak and a salad, I think.
One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. We've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's Denver with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Have you fed the dogs yet?
Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler, and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Portis. Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the two-guard spot.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Porter finds Grant. Excellent D there from Williams.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like being a paper.
Oh, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Anybody in your family or anybody you
No, I
know?
was always a good writer. And I liked writing and sports. So
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh, you know, let's do this
Did it in
together.
high school, I'm sure.
Yeah, I started in high school. I had a big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, what if I get paid for this? Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
He misses the free throw. Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 16. Outside, Smart. Here's the dish to Williams. Feeds it to Williams. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
And they repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Craig kicks to Grant. Over Williams. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 8 points.
I think that Grant has been told where and when he should shoot, that time showing confidence.
Outside Williams. Smart passes to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. A three. Kept alive. Nobody near Williams. Can't hit from
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Plumlee, no luck. Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. Smart passes to Wanamaker. He kicks to Williams. Hayward against Grant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw drops by Hayward.
And how about the winning mindset Hayward brings to this team? He's done it at every level, just goes out and competes.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Here
Are you
comes
upstairs?
Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris.
Hi, so. Hi, baby.
Hayward hits them both. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue
I know, I
is a
just
factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in. People are afraid to screw up. You know, with the internet, the kind of voter we have now.
And Bill, exactly. There's nothing anonymous about it, you know.
No. We have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get it, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I really care
Our name
about
is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah. I also, like, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. Like, they're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Barton finds Millsap. That bucket in no time at all. Millsap's got 10.
And a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
The shot by Williams, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And good that time. And that's 12 points for Millsap.
A good look on the drive from Millsap. They're showing determination to finish the shot off, even with a little bump.
Pass to Smart. Back to Wanamaker. Looking for Hayward. He gets it there. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And obviously, his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Smart on the wing. Martin defending. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Over Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Harris. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. And Denver with the change here too. Jokic is checked in for Plumlee. Clock is at 3. 16 feet away. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Millsap finds Barton. Millsap with it. He's guarded by Williams. Offensive rebound. Jokic scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Back to Tice. Pops in the layup for 2.
I'd rather do math homework than try and cover that guy.
Harris kicks to Murray. From past the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his third assist on the night. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 17-point game. Hayward outside. Cuts it 5. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Pass to Jokic. Fires from the corner. Again, the Nuggets score.
Man, Jokic is making all kinds of plays here tonight. Very aggressive on the offensive end.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Hayward on the way. Over Millsap. Here's Tice. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Tice has got 4 points now in the quarter. Harris finds Jokic. Over Tice. Jokic, no good. Celtics trail by 15. Passes it to Tice. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Smart passes to Tice. To the inside. Here's Wanamaker. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Millsap. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tice has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wanamaker. Defending. Jokic grabs the miss.
Oh, and that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
Murray showing that he has the ability to draw the fouls. Just a beautiful anticipation play to get to the free throw line.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Enes Kanter's checked in for Williams. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Brown is checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. And Denver also making a switch. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Walker taking his time here. Right on the bucket.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Porter dishes to Millsap. Murray for 3. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Walker with it. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Kanter kicks to Brown. Tatum against Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tice. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Heading it down. Porter pass to Millsap.
Given how skilled Millsap is in the post, sometimes you have no choice but to foul him and hope he misses the shot.
The Nuggets have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Down by 15. Cantor kicks to Brown. Won't hit that one. Nice D from Porter.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Denver leading by 17. Harris inside the line. And too long on the shot. Austin's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Brown wide open, 85. Drains the win trade. Brown's got 16.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the team no time to react.
Jokic, no good. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Jokic passes to Murray. Walker against Millsap. Back to Murray. Rebound, Boston.
He rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Walker's shot is off. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Harris kicks to Jokic. It's rebounded by Tice.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And entertaining as always, Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. We cannot do that. I
They're
don't
off
want to
the
see that
schedule.
game. Let's do the other teams.
Okay. You know, Brent, it's a different kind of broadcast with Bill Simmons mic'd up. He lets it rip.
Well, the thing about Bill is he's not going to hold back. He has some great, strong opinions, and he backs it up with a lot of facts due to the fact that he knows the history of the game quite well.
Down low, it's stolen by Tice. In the corner, Tatum with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
A terrific shooter with the range and confidence required to be successful. Tatum loves to let it rip.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Cantor. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 14 points for Jokic.
And with those points, he puts it into that 10-0 run by Boston.
To the middle, here's Tice. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And Porter, here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Enes Kanter.
And just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
First one falls for him.
A former 5-star recruit, we know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
And so he makes both from the line.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Walker with a clean look. Off target from 3-point range. He can't hit that time.
Alright, guys, that was a close shot. I will see you guys later on tonight when I finish recording this. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Chris's Homebrew Sports and Video Games. We are now going to play the second half of this game.
Because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now
And,
as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get
Anyways, guys,
we're dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. But the good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to
I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself.
We get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks.
I am very blunt.
Right after this.
Like, I don't play word games with people. I don't.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here.
I don't.
NBA halftime show on 2K Sports.
I tell people what I think,
The story of this one.
and I try to call it like I see it.
And one block. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the Bulls. When the shots go up, everybody goes for it. Just to maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final two quarters.
Ken, how'd you think the Celtics were playing? They're not getting to the line.
I think, I guess this is going to go into what one of the things I feel is an ail of society.
Put them in a position to make adjustments.
Is that people don't say what they mean and mean what they say. You got to worry about not offending people and not being rude and being nice all the time and this and that. Well, that's not me. I'm very blunt and to the point. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left.
I'm not passive aggressive in any way. And there's really no point to me telling my viewers this other than it's just kind of on my mind, and it's a situation I encounter often.
In this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that game. So you don't say that we did all these things. You give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next week. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 2 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. Right now, many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute best on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough. Cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
One misses, and the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And the second free throw, good.
There are times when you tune in and you watch Gary Harris play and you say, That guy is an offensive juggernaut at times, and the one thing that he struggled with is health, and so we're all wishing for an 82-game season out of one Gary Harris. One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost.
So the next game is going to be out in LA against the Clippers, whoever wins this game. And then the NBA semifinals will start. The winner of that game will play Milwaukee in the semifinals.
Offensive rebound, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Brown dishes to Hayward. It's over Barton. Hayward can't hit. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight. Brown finds Tatum. Brown against Harris. Brown, good. Brown's got 20 points.
And you gotta love how seriously Brown takes his ability to score. He has the green light to fire from just about anywhere on the court.
Here's Murray. Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Celtics. Tice has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And stolen by Barton. 3 on 3. Lets it go from 11. Goes back up. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the inside game of
So it looks like it's going to be Denver,
to improve, adept at using
unless
that
something
body,
changes.
finding an angle and taking advantage.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup of the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And so he hits both. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Murray, the pass to Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
There's the pass to Tice. Over Jokic. Tice, no good. Denver leading by 20. Harris finds Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Hayward passes to Tice. Smart with the ball. For 3, Hayward. Busted. No good that time either. Down low. Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Takes it off the glass. Jokic has got 11 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Millsap. Harris trying to get free, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team and for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
Changes in for the Celtics. Williams is checked in for Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big-time investment from the Nuggets this offseason and what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
To the inside. Lee Bass was put in just the right spot. Tice has got 12.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And that one's good. Millsap.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Tice. And here's Tatum for three. Barton with some nice D.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break, and then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nugget squad.
That free throw good from Barton. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yeah.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Tatum's shot is off. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. In the corner, Murray with it from deep. They get it back. Millsap. Good D by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. Tatum drives in. Craig pulls it in.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. But he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there, does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Smart.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Second free throw, no good. You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Williams for three. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Denver the other way. Right side, Porter. Pass to Craig. Back to Porter. Unloads from 13. And he gets the bucket. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Outside, Smart. On the wing, Williams. The pass to Wanamaker. Now here's Smart. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Cans the 12-footer. Tatum's got 12.
And really at his best from mid-range, Tatum can create space and shoot up over his defenders.
Now, here is Morris. T right on him. Rebound, Boston. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tice passes to Smart. Williams looking over the floor. To the paint. Jokic with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Moving it up. And the dunk by Grant.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Boston's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. A nice shot by Tatum.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Morris outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tice has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Smart goes in, and that one drops for him. He's got 14.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Pass to Jokic. Over Tice. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Wanamaker. At the elbow, Williams. Kicks it to Smart. Over Porter. And again, it's Boston converting. Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Now Morris. He has 6. Porter in the corner. Nailed from three-point land.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Now timeout called by Boston. Making some changes. Dennis Canner's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Jason Tatum. And a switcher also for Denver. Plumlee's checked in. Here's Brown. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And let's see what Denver has coming up on Friday. They'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And that game against the Clippers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
A free throw good from Morris. Morris drops them both.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Gray kicks to Morris. That one drops for him. Morris has got 10 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Inside, Craig banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. Lets it fly from 18. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Craig's got 4 points in the quarter. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Williams inside. He's covered by Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
And he knocks down the first one.
And of course, in 2015, Kanter signed that enormous max contract, 4 years and $70 million. I think a lot of that investment is in his improvement in his outside shooting.
And Kanter drops them both. Denver's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Morris dishes to Plumlee. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Smart passes to Williams. Back to Smart. Here's Wanamaker, covered by Morris. Offensive rebound. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. From deep. Offline. Paul Millsap is bit. And leading the charge for the Denver Nuggets. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Celtics shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. Green kicks to Ojale. Down low, Cantor, the pass to Edwards. They grab their own miss. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, the D attempted to foul Cantor before he got that shot off, but too late. Results in the and one.
But you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great plays. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
This is a Ojale. He dishes it to Green. High, arcing shot, and he sinks the layup.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
The pass to Daniels. Denver passing it around. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, that's what he's doing best right now. Plumlee loves to convert as close to the rim as possible.
Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Green kicks to Cantor. Edwards against Morris. Back to Cantor. The rebound by Grant.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Craig passes to Grant. Here's Plumlee. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
With the floater, Edwards. That's good. Edwards got his first points of the game.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was.
Well, we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West through the three-point line.
You mentioned that?
You gotta be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap for those players too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different world.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, if the rules the way they are now,
absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and
Yes.
what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Edwards passes to Green. Nobody near Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to Plumlee. Shoots over Cantor. That one a little long. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To the paint, here's Morris, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, foul on Boston. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
He hits both from the stripe. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Green passes to Cameron. Back to Green. Here's the floater. That one's not going to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Takes Diop, the pass to Morris. Yep, that one goes in there. Morris has got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Edwards, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Williams against Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here's Morris, and that one is off. Good D by Williams. Ogilvy kicks to Edwards. To end the cold streak. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard right in the NBA was the highest among all positions. What would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Cantor, a good finish at the rack off the slip feed. Cantor's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is the area where Cantor can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
To the middle, here's Plumlee, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter. And he can't get the first one. good on the second free throw. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right?
It is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth $100.
I was about Jordan, too, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, if you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn. That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Plumlee, no luck. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Green in the post. He's covered by Daniels. They get it again. Cantor. It's deflected.
Well, you notice the length there from Vonleh, allowing him to get that shot block.
Back to Vonleh, stolen by Cantor. Here's Edwards. Softly drops in the floater.
Not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Here's Bates Diop. The Nuggets with another miss. And so Green will bring it up for the Celtics. Morris against Edwards. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Bates Diop.
That was a nice play.
Bates Diop's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Pass to Edwards. Over Morris. Off the left rim and out.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And it's good for 2.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Edwards. Plumlee with the rebound.
He's not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Morris with the bucket.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Ojeley. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, though.
Not in
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Green passes to Edwards. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot, no good. And Denver the other way now. Vonleh with it, working on Williams. Standing. Rebound, Boston.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make him all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Yeah, easy call.
And he makes the first. A different look for Denver. Michael Porter, he's jacked in for Plumlee. And it's Torrey Craig in for Morris. and that's good as he hits both of his shots. Brett, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Craig passes to Bates Diop. Here's Craig. He's guarded by Williams. Craig can't get it to go. It's stolen.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Here's Daniels. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game.
All right, guys, that's the end of this
What's that
game.
process been like?
The next game will be the rubber match between Atlanta and St. Louis. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.